Anyway, and if you follow the tutorial, you will end up having this as your final product. And then it just continues on after that, an octave up, so I'm not going to go into all that, but that's what you'll have. So, I've seen, that there's a lot of tutorials on this song. However, I haven't seen one yet that really makes it easy to understand the timing of it. And I think it probably trips a lot of people up. They get the left hand down maybe, and then they get completely screwed up when the right hand comes in, because the way it sounds is it sounds like it's kind of an off rhythm, crazy structure, when in fact it's really, really, really straightforward. It's just you've got to reframe the way you think about it if you're not a really experienced piano player. So the first thing, of course, that I will say is you've got to learn the first part left hand, because the left hand is sort of the bass for the whole song, and it repeats throughout the whole song. And you need to memorize it to the point that you don't have to look at your left hand, so that you can focus on what your right hand is doing. And the left hand part is just an octave E, one E above middle C, and then one E below middle C, and then a B, and then a G and an E, and then back to the B, and then that repeats. And then you pivot on your index finger to move your thumb and pinky down to play the D octave. And you're still playing the B, and then the G and the D, and then that repeats. And then you stay on the D octave and the B, and you move your ring finger up and play the F sharp while playing the D at the same time, and then back to the B, and that repeats. And then you stay on the D octave again, and you just move your index finger down to play the A, and you still play the F sharp and D together and back to the A, and that repeats. So what you want to probably do, if this is your first time even venturing into this song, is pause the video here after you listen to this next thing I have to say, and then go practice it. And if you want to make sure you are going to come back and then learn from this video to get everything and know exactly where the notes are, then when you're practicing that bass, I want you to get in the habit of, with every note, saying 1 E, ah, and 2 E, ah, and 3 E, ah, and 4 E, ah, and. Because that's how I'm going to relate back to you later where all the treble notes land. so that you'll know exactly what's going on and not be confused. So you would want to practice it so that you go 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and then it repeats. Okay? So go learn that, get that down, and then now you're back, and we'll move on to the getting both hands in sync. So the right hand, the first thing that it's going to play when it comes in, and it comes in on the E of the 1 E and, so it'll be 1 E, and on the E it'll play, and now when I say 1 E and the E is not the E note, so don't get confused. I know that sounds confusing, but that's the way people often vocalize beats. So on the E of the 1 E and, you're going to play G and F sharp. So you'll play 2 notes on the E of the 1 E and then you'll go back to the G on the of the 1 E and. So you have 1 E and then on the and of the 1 E and, you'll play B C. And then on the 2 of the 2 E and, you'll hold the B. So that it sounds like 1 E and 2 E and. See how that's going to work? So 1 E and 2 E and. Then on the 3 E and, you'll play 3, and then on the E you'll play F sharp G, and then on the of the 3 E and, you'll play F sharp, and on the and of the 3 E and, you'll play G A, so 2 notes, and then on the 4 of the 4 E and, you'll play G. So that you have, from the start, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and then on the next bar, you start back again on the 1, and on the E of the 1 E and, you'll have F sharp E, and on the of the 1 E and, you'll go back to the F sharp, and on the and of the 1 E and, you'll play B C, and then on the 2 of the 2 E and, you'll play B and hold that. So that you now have from the beginning 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and, sorry, I played that wrong on my left hand. And then the last thing you'll have is on the E of the 3 E and, you'll play F sharp, E, F sharp on the of the 3 E and you'll just hold that. So that you end up having, from the beginning, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E without me saying the E-ah-and, in case you just like me to shut up and let you not have me saying that, because maybe you have a different way of learning, and you can just learn by looking at me playing it very slowly. So here it is very slowly without me doing the one E-ah-and. And then that repeats, okay? And so after it repeats, then it goes to a different part where this time the note comes in on the one instead of the E of the one E-ah-and. So you'll go back to the start of your left-hand pattern, and you'll start with an E on the one E-ah-and. Then you'll play a B on the E of the two E-ah-and. So you've got one E-ah-and, two E-ah-and, and then on the 3, which is your D octave, you'll play a D, E-ah-and, 4, and on the E of the 4 E-ah-and, you'll play a B again. And then you'll play on the next bar of your one E-ah-and, you'll play F sharp, and 2, and on the E of the 2 E-ah-and, you'll play another B, and then on the 3 of the 3 E-ah-and, you'll play F sharp again, and on the E of the 4 E-ah-and, you'll play an A. So that will sound like this when you're playing it slowly. I'm sorry, let me start that over. Or with the one E-ah-and, 1 E-ah-and, 2 E-ah-and, 3 E-ah-and, 4 E-ah-and, 1 E-ah-and, 2 E-ah-and, 3 E-ah-and, 4 E-ah-and, and there you go. So now, up to this point, you have hand on the next part of the song is going to go to playing 2 notes at a time, kind of building up the musical tension, if you will. And it's also going to start on the 1B. It's going to play on those same intervals as the singular notes, except now you're just doubling it up. And starting with your, your left hand pattern again on the 1, you're going to play a B and a G. So you'll have on the 1, you have the 1 E A, and you'll play B and G. 1 E A and 2, and on the E of the 2 E A and, you're going to play a G and an E. So it'll sound like it'll be 1 E A and 2 E and then on the 3 of the 3 E A and, you're going to play B and G, 3 E A and 4, and then on the E of the 4 E A and, you're going to play G and D. So right now you've got the next bar, which is going to be on the 1 E A, and on the 1 E A and, you're going to play B and F sharp, and 2, and on the E of the 2 E A and, you're going to play F sharp and D, and on the 3 of the 3 E A and, you're going to play F sharp and A. On the E of the 4 E A and, you're going to play F sharp and D. So that whole part now is, 1 E A and 2 E A and 1 E A. I'm sorry, wait a minute, I got that wrong. Let me start that over. 1 E A and 2. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Messed it up. 1 E A and 2 E A and 3 E A and 4 E A and 1 E A and 2 E A and 3 E A and 4 And then, without that, if you just want me to not do the E, A, and, very slowly, you would have, now, for what most of you probably consider to be the hard part that maybe kept you from getting this song nailed down, well, get ready, because here it comes. This part, what makes the song probably so neat to listen to and everyone wants to play is that when it goes to this part right here, it just sounds like there's just so much going on, and the off rhythm, and sounds like the left hand and the right hand are just being so crazily independent, when in reality it's pretty straightforward. And basically, for every note that you're playing with your left hand, your right hand is playing 2 notes. Whereas before, you'd sometimes play 2 notes when you play 1 note in your bass hand, and then a single note with a single note in your left hand. Well, now for every note for this part in your left hand, you're playing 2 notes in your right, and the way that those fall is what makes it sound like there's so much going on. But right now I'm going to tell you using that 1 E A and 2 E A and method, where each 2 notes fall, coordinated with what's going on with your left hand, and hopefully finally you'll be able to understand how this song goes. So going back to, once again, your left hand is just doing the same thing it's been doing, 1 E A and so forth. Your right hand, starting on the 1 beat of the 1 E A and, is going to play the 2 notes that it plays when your left hand is on the 1 is B E. So, and then when your left hand is on the E of the one E, and, not the E note, because it's actually playing a B on the E of the one E, and, if that makes any sense. When you go to your second note in your left hand, we'll say, then your right hand, the two notes that it plays, remember 2 notes for every 1 note in the left hand, plays a B octave, so that you have 1 E, and then on the ah of the one E, and, you're going to play E, B. Right? So you've got 1 E, and on the and of the one E, and, you're going to play B, E. Okay? So that's easy, right? You've got 1 E, I'm sorry, I did that wrong with my left hand anyway. 1 E, and on the 2 of the 2 E, and, you're going to play that B octave again. And on the E of the 2 E, and, you're going to play E, B. And on the ah of the 2 E, and, you're going to play B, E. And then on the and of this 2 E, and, you're going to move your thumb up 1 note on your right hand to play C, E. Okay? So that so far through those first 2 measures, you have 1 E, and 1, 2 E, and then without me saying the 1 E, and, if you just want to watch how that goes slowly, it would go. Okay? And then on the 3 E, and of the 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and, on the 3 E, and, now your hand is moving down to your left hand is moving down to the octave D. So this time on the 1, you're going to play B, D. Okay? And on the E of the 3 E, and, you're going to play a B octave. And on the of the 3 E, and, you're going to play D, B. And on the and of the 3 E, and, you're going to play B, D. And on the 4 of the 4 E, and, you're going to play the B octave. And on the E of the 4 E, and, you're going to play D, B. And on the of the 4 E, and, you're going to play B, D. And on the and of the 4 E, and, you're going to play A, D. And I kind of use that excuse to move my thumb down, and because I'm trying to get my hand closer to the F sharp, which I know is coming. So I'm coming from this angle, to this now. So now what you have is you have 1 E, and, I'm sorry, 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4 E, and, okay? Or without me talking, you have and then for the next bar, you start back at the, you're still on the D octave with your left hand, and you on the 1 of the 1 E and you're going to play F sharp and B. And on the E of the 1 E and you're going to play an F octave. And then on the of the 1 E and you're going to play B and F sharp. And on the and of the 1 E and you're going to play F sharp B. And on the 2 of the 2 E and you're going to play F sharp octave again. And then on the E of the 2 E and you're going to play B and F sharp. And on the of the 2 E and you're going to play F sharp and B. And on the and of the 2 E and you're going to play G and B. And on the 3 of the 3 E and you're going to play A and D. And on the E of the 3 E and you're going to play an A octave. And on the of the 3 E and you're going to play D A. And on the A of the 3 E and you're going to play a D. And on the 4 of the 4 E and you're going to play the A octave again. And on the E of the 4 E and you're going to play D A. And on the of the 4 E and you're going to play a D. And on the A of the 4, and the and of the 4 E and you're going to play G D. Okay? And then you just repeat that. So I'm going to play that whole little part really slow. So you've got forget that. Hold on. I messed up. Let me start that over. And then it goes up to the next octave. And so on. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to put that all together and just play that really slowly, so that you can just sort of take from this video what you want. If you want to take the time and write down, like I did, I don't know if you can see this or not, I wrote down the bass notes and the treble notes with the E, and underneath, so that it would be easy if you want to do something similar to help you along. You can go back and learn the lesson that way, or if you're just somebody who likes to watch, I'm going to try to play through the whole thing at a snail's pace, so that you can maybe even just pause and watch the video however you like, but this would be it at a snail's pace. Okay.